All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Jesus. Yeah.
Salutations, Earthlings.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Media Hijack Podcast. This is our 5th annual Halloween special. 5 years. 5. Let me do one hand. 5 years. Thank you, guys.
Yes, man.
Thank you for the 20 viewers out there, 20, 30, 60 viewers out there worldwide from every country. One, each one of you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you guys. Another year under our belt, dude. Halloween special. And we had Halloween costumes the whole time.
Every time, man.
Yeah, it's fun, dude.
Every year.
My closet is filled with old costumes, and there's a lot of wigs.
Yeah, I have a Donald Trump wig. I have a Bob Ross wig. I have a Mario mustache with it. Super Mario mustache. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I got this wig. I got a Dr. Disrespect mullet.
Oh man, that was a good mullet.
I got a Jesus hair, his hair and his beard. I got Bobby Lee's hair, which is another mullet. I reused that one. What else? There was a lot. Natural Libre, which I used the mullet and I cut it to make it look like naturally. So I reused a lot of costumes. Yeah. But this one is new right here. The one with the fucking bald cap.
Yeah, this is pretty red.
Yeah, this is the one I'm gonna take to Atlanta. You know, we're gonna be doing a bar crawl. So we're gonna be going to a bunch of bars with their costumes, and then I guess they're gonna give us stuff because Bob paid for. I don't know what she paid for, but we're supposed to be getting stuff while we're doing this bar crawl.
Oh, nice.
So that should be fun. That's gonna be this Saturday, which is the day after Halloween, but It should be fun.
The day after Halloween, Saturday, that's gonna be for the adults. The kids,
they got that's Friday. When the adults get fucking hammered, like clocking deep.
I love a ball crawl. I went to one in Denver one time for Halloween, and I went to one in St. Patty's Day in Denver. Man, they are so fun.
Damn, how was it?
It was good, man. I don't remember anything after the second bar though. I was going hard.
Damn, so you went super hard in the first bar.
Man, yeah. By the time we was leaving the second, don't remember nothing. Out. Man,
yeah, it's crazy. Like being at our age now, like I would never imagine me doing like a bar hop now. But I don't know.
Hey man, get that cardio in.
It is what it is, right?
It is, man. No, this is what adults are supposed to do, man. Being an adult, you can have fun too as an adult. That shit ain't just for kids.
Especially like. Even if you have kids and your kids are all grown now, they can watch themselves. Now the adults can go back and relive some shit.
Catch up on some things, man. Yeah. They've been out of the game for a little bit.
And then if you don't have no kids, then just continue.
Live your life, man. Enjoy it now, because once you do have a kid,
do what you do, big dog.
It stops.
All right, let's get started with this Halloween special. All right, so first topic of the night, I'm going to be talking about Malaysia and Singapore. They got this one story out there where the locals, they feared a woman out there. She's like crying out there. She's like, oh shit, like, why I keep hearing this crying lady out there? But they said like this spirit of a woman that's crying she's crying because she died while having a child. In this one location. So the story is like drivers, they will pick up like this lady, right? And she's pale. She's wearing like a red dress. And, they don't know nothing about this story about this ghost. But the main story is like every time these taxi drivers, they pick up this lady in red dress, always something weird happens. Like they'll pick up the lady in the red dress, And then look in the rearview mirror, and the lady's like just smiling in the mirror, right? And then the driver's like, "What the hell?" And then, as soon as like they try to drop her off, there's nobody even in the car. And like before, I would not believe a story like this, but I have like a true story of one of my uncles who had a similar situation that happened to him when he used to be like a taxi driver, right? And his story was he picked up somebody. It was in Long Beach. He picked up somebody and then he drove them to their destination. And then right when he dropped them off, there was nobody in the car. And I heard this story over 20 years ago.
I think you told me this before too, but I might need to.
Yeah, I probably told the story like many times before. And that was a true story. And my uncle, he wouldn't lie like that. Because what did he get a laugh out of me? Like he got nothing out of it.
Yeah, I mean, anytime because it seemed like that's a story around the world too, where like cab drivers will always get like that phantom passenger or something, and then it's like, hey, I was in the car with somebody, I talked to them the whole time, I got them to their location, boom, and there was nobody there, and I'm like, I don't know who's gonna just be out here just making this shit up like that. I mean, I get people are opportunists and stuff and want to lie at times, but I don't know, man. There's a million stories you can talk about having weird people get in your car, right? A million stories. People are weird all the time. But if you got a story about somebody not being in your car after you thought somebody was in it, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, count your blessings. Because, I mean, there's a few Instagram videos that I saw about people picking up people in their car, right? And you know how the Uber drivers, they have a camera, like, just to look at their passengers and shit? Dude, I saw one with a dude, he picked up somebody, but it wasn't nobody. Like, during, the mid-drive, she disappeared. And you can see it on the camera. And I'm like, all right. I was like, is this AI? But then you look at the dude's reaction. I was like, the reaction looked legit. But I was like, is he AI? So I was like, you can't really tell anymore. But if there was like footage out there like that, I guess that's how it would look like if you were to pick up a passenger that's not, human.
Yeah, it wouldn't look normal anyways.
Yeah, like it'll look normal at first, but then it'll disappear. Because there's like a lot of video footage, right, of like security people where they're talking to nobody. Like on camera, they look like they're talking to nobody, right? But the dude is having a full-on conversation. So then the dispatch calls the dude up on his radio, right? He's like, hey, like, who are you talking to? He's like, hey, I'm talking to Miss Jones here right now. And then the dispatcher's like, on camera, you're talking to nobody. And then the dude is like, what do you mean I'm talking to nobody? And then that's when he realized he wasn't talking to nobody. And then he freaks out, like, on the CCTV camera.
You see him?
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. I was like, damn. That shit looks real as shit. If you can find the footage, if you're going to edit this clip, I don't know where you're going to find that footage, but there's a few footage. If you find it
before me, please send it to me. If you do,
yes. Because I think Bob sent it to me like plenty of times. Like it's more than one. She sent another one where like this lady, a shop owner, like a nail shop, right? She opens the door to her nail shop. And then she welcomes the person, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, we offer so and so, whatever for this amount of money." And then she's just talking to a person, right, like on camera, and she's looking at the person, and she's talking. And then like her coworkers come from the back. They're like, "Who are you talking to?" And then that's when she realized she wasn't talking to nobody. So she broke down, dude. Like she's like, "What the fuck? Like I wasn't talking to nobody the whole time."
Damn.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, reality broken.
And it looks real, dude. Like, it wasn't like... I don't think that nail shop got no clout from that shit. Like, it was real. I mean, come on. It's a nail shop. They're not trying to scare people. Right?
Yeah, right.
It wouldn't make any sense.
Hurt the customer base. Now, if this is like maybe like a Scooby-Doo episode where it'd be like, oh, well, the nail shop did it because their business was failing, and then we investigated, and we found out that it was just trying to get attraction there by lying about it being haunted. Yeah, maybe on the Scooby Doo episode, but I mean, shit. I mean, and realistically, I feel like that would hurt your business a little bit.
Yeah.
At least for me, I ain't going to when no ghost is chilling at. So I ain't.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
dude. If I own like a shop like that, I would not have clout with a ghost in my damn shop.
All right.
That's not how you promote a business. Not trying to be funny, you know?
Especially in a place where, like, when you go get your hair done or your nails or anything done, that's like a very like. It's not always the cheapest thing to do. So it's like, man, when somebody does it for you, you want that shit to be nice and clean because you're paying to look good, man, on your physical appearance.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't trying to be in a place haunted that might disrupt that. Like,
Yeah, like
you're not gonna fuck up my haircut.
it shouldn't be like a joke, you know? Like we just going to get your nails done. We're not trying to talk to no ghosts.
Trying to hear all that.
Yeah. Well, that's it for that story.
Okay.
What else we got, big dog?
I got one. Let's see. All right, so I have this one about the Sally House incident.
Okay.
It's a house about it takes place in Atkinson, Kansas. A small, quiet Midwestern town that looks like nothing bad could ever happen here. The house itself sits on 508 North 2nd Street, a modest 2-story home built in the mid 1800s. So this is an old beauty right here. This is an old house. All right, so the story of the Sally house begins all the way back in the late 19th century, aka the late 1800s, right? And so one day, like this frantic mother, she like rushed into the house carrying her young daughter. Now her daughter's name was Sally, right? And Sally is said to be around 6 years old, and she was suffering from like these severe abdominal pains. And so like the doctor that was residing in the house at that time, the doctor diagnosed her with like appendicitis and began operating for emergency surgery. But in a panic to save her life, he suddenly started operating before the anesthesia had fully taken effect.
Damn.
Which means Sally woke up in the mid-procedure of him performing on her abdomen.
Oh,
stomach
God.
probably all ripped open and everything, and no anesthesia to hold her down.
Ooh.
So Sally actually woke up screaming in agony, and according to the legend, she actually died on the table right there, staring at the doctor that had caused her all that pain. So since that day, the story claims that the spirit never left the home, and so Sally still haunts the house to this day. So the real first incident where there was actually like real activity popping off in the house was like, man, almost like a century later in the 1990s. So this family called the Pickmans, they lived in this house, right? The same exact house. The Pickman family. The modern haunting actually gained national attention in the early 1990s when Tony and Deborah Pickman moved into the house. At first, it seemed like harmless activity, right? I mean, not harmless to me, but harmless to some maybe more braver souls. But so the Pickmans started seeing types of activities like the toys would move on their own. I would have left right off top. Like,
Yeah.
I'd say less. I'm not saying it another day. But so they was getting the usual stuff. Like I said, toys were moved on their own. Lights flickered. Their dog would be like growling at empty corners of the room, and crayon marks appeared on the walls. But soon things turned darker because Tony in particular became a target of physical attacks by this entity. He reported deep scratches and burns appearing on his arm and chest. Objects would fly him, sometimes while cameras were recording, because things are going down. You got to start setting up some type of security to add to your story that you ain't going crazy or you're not lying. And so it says during one of the documented episodes, Tony's back was raked with 3 long claw marks.
Damn.
The footage of which shocked paranormal investigators. So Tony wound up catching on camera like, hey, something got me, and it just right down my back. And Deborah described seeing, and his wife Deborah described seeing apparitions of a little girl. Also, as a dark presence, she felt lurking behind Sally, as if the spirit of the child wasn't alone. So Miss Deborah, she was up in the house. She saw Sally, saw the apparition of Sally itself, but behind that ghost was another something, maybe pulling the spirit's puppet or whatever to be malevolent. and just to be straight like violent towards these people. And so like in the 90s, they actually like the house was getting like attention from like the media and whatnot. And they actually wound up doing like this show called Sightings. They did an episode about this house. Haunting on his Discovery Channel did a story about it, and Ghost Adventures, which everybody knows and loves from the Travel Channel back in the 90s. They all kind of like started jumping on this house. And so when these investigators went to this house, the Sally house, the equipments were picking up cold spots, unexplained EMF spikes, and even some believe were childlike voices captured on an EVP. And it says the investigators have reported being pushed, scratched, or emotionally overwhelmed while inside the house. And so the theories that surround the Sally house are basically like, okay, it's an innocent spirit theory where Sally's ghost just remains trapped and she's just constantly replaying her pain and fear. Which, I mean, I've always heard stories too throughout, ghost lore that some ghosts don't even realize that they're dead. They're just going on a loop, always on a loop through their death or whatever, not even realizing that they're gone, right? And so that's one theory that they have for the house. The other theory is that the parasite theory, which a dark demonic force masquerades as a child to gain sympathy and energy from visitors. Which I could kind of see that too, because Miss Deborah, she already explained before, like, hey, like I saw the ghost, but there was something else sinister behind her. I couldn't make it out, but almost like something is, it ain't right. And the last one is a psychological theory, which they say on the most human level, maybe the Pikmins are kind of just stressed, sleep deprived, and suggests triggered a shared delusional amplified by the media. But to this day, no one really knows for sure. But the Sally House is like this very super paranormal tourist site. Visitors actually stay over the night, of course. You get guided tours in there. Not a place I would probably drop by. So if you tell me it's haunted, I watched a Discovery Channel episode about it. But I'm good on going there, man. But they say like when you go in there, man, people that have stayed overnight and did these tours talk about, of course, like reported temperature drops, cameras malfunctioning, and also the feeling of like small hands tugging at their clothes.
Ooh. Ew.
Yes. Yeah, like I guess you pulling on your, hey man, so get off my damn.
Yeah, like imagine taking that home with you, but you're not even realizing what's going on.
Imagine if a small ghost was tugging on like your yoga pants.
Like, no, get off my pants, big dog.
You're stretching this out, bro.
Dude.
Yeah, so locals of the area still warn. What's that?
I'm saying like no thank you to like that experience.
Wait, I don't have any candy, please. But they say like locals still warn, like if you go inside, don't provoke the ghost no matter what. So they're saying like no matter which theory is true, just don't provoke it. I don't know how would you not know how to provoke it. Like, what if you fart? Like you gotta fart at some point. Is that gonna upset the ghost? What are you gonna do? So I'm just not gonna go. You can stay right over there, Miss Sally.
I'm always curious about that shit, dude. Like with the whole ghost thing. Like, oh, don't provoke the ghost.
Yeah.
Like how do they know? Like what do you think exactly is going on? Like is it really like a ghost like doing like a loop of their death, or you think like ghosts are still lingering around in this realm? They can't move on? Like what do you think is going on? Like with the whole ghost situation?
We start like on my most crazy sci-fi brain, I always talk about like it's the multiverse, and then it's kind of like we're seeing another layer of Earth play over top of. We're either playing over top of it, like in some worlds, we may appear as ghosts to worlds where they think we're ghosts, and vice versa. Like we may see people in our world from a same exact Earth where frequencies get crossed, and what we perceive it as ghosts is actually just people just living out their everyday, ordinary lives. Which is why some ghosts don't really react to humans. Sometimes they just kind of like go about their everyday lives. That's my most far-fetched, like far out there conspiracy to it. But for the most part, I mean, when I break it down like to a more basic level, I think that sometimes it's like, yeah, you'll stick around and it's either yourself, like kind of like we have humans out there right now. They're either self-aware or just unaware of what's going on in the reality right now. Like some people just on autopilot and not really know what's going on. And some people more like, more self-aware, even how they are as a person. And I feel like being a ghost might be like that, where you might be aware that you're a ghost. It could probably be aggravating because people are ignoring you. Which is like
it could be you at the end of the day, right? It's just you're haunting yourself.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Dude, it could be.
Let me give it an example of what happened to me like a few weeks ago. So a few weeks ago, right? I had sleep paralysis, and I was like, thank God it's happening to me.
Oh, you got it.
Because I want to get sleep paralysis, right? Because I'm trying to do
Yeah.
something. I'm doing a project. But so it happened to me, right? Then my main goal was to get out of my body, but I wasn't able to get out of my body at this particular moment a few weeks ago. But the crazy thing that happened, and I even wrote it in my journal, I heard my own voice saying "yo" like real loud in my ear. He just said "yo," but it was my
Trying to get your
voice.
attention.
Yeah, and it fucking snapped me out of my paralysis. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, was that really like my voice, or was that somebody saying like, "Yo, like get the fuck out of this"?
Yeah, trying to wake you up. Yeah.
It was weird, but
Another
like
you.
I quickly got out of paralysis, and then I wrote in my journal what happened, and yeah, I'm waiting for my next paralysis moment to happen. But I thought that was weird because the voice sounded like my voice.
Like another you trying to stop you from.
Yeah, either like not stop me or like just saying like, "Hey, I'm here," but I'm in a different timeline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like we're just like layers on timelines, and I wish they would have helped me. Like, I don't know, they could have helped me.
They show you alternate timeline.
They could have fucking yelled louder, you know?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, big dog, don't do that. Like that. I'll be like, thank you. But nah.
What if some kind of way, like, instead of like react to it, like make you snap awake, kind of like, okay, I recognize it. Don't wake up. Just stick with it. Investigate. I don't even know if that's even possible, but
Well, it did broke me out of my paralysis, but that wasn't what my goal was.
right.
Yeah, so
Just
I was
like-
confused about that. But then I heard my voice saying "yo," so I was like, "Holy shit!" Like that was
That's me.
profound. Like that was like a legit. I don't know, but there's nothing from that. It's almost saying like "hi," but then "bye" at the same time because I got nothing out of it. I don't understand why that happened.
Yeah. Damn. Something deep.
It's,
Especially
it's something like
Especially if it was you.
yeah. I was like, okay, like it could be deep or it could be just nothing. It just could be like a fucking the other me in another realm, like just saying the same shit I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I saw myself in another realm. I said, yo, he didn't wake up, but
I
he
saw
doesn't know
him.
either.
Nope.
Me in the other realm don't know either. Like or whatever. Me in the future doesn't know either.
Man.
So
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all
Like,
trash. Just look up.
hey. Yeah, that's what I'm
These
saying,
signs
man.
aren't shit, man. You guys ain't try
Gotta be
harder.
gotta be more clear.
Yeah, like come on. Yeah. Show me something more clear.
I know, like that's why I've always been like, man, to hell with space travel, man. Like we gotta focus on like dimensional travel. Fuck this space. It's nothing but radiation out there. We need to like punch holes in realities and like
Dude,
cross
there might
over to
not
like
even
an
be
Earth.
no space, dude. There might not even be nothing.
We just all exist in the same.
Dude, we're
location.
in like a construct. Like I was listening to this guy, his name is Darius J. Wright. He's
Yeah.
like he does out of body experience ever since he was like 16 years old. And I don't even know how old is he now, but the stuff he talks about is I don't know, like it kind of relates to a lot of stuff like I've been thinking about, especially with like different realms, like as far as like the heaven realm and you know the realms above like the heavens and stuff like that. He was saying there's like 12 different realms, and one of them is like the god realms, the realm where you see all the gods or whatever. That's where they're chilling, and we on Earth we're like the bottom realm, right? We're like the most dense realm. That's why like everything we cannot walk through walls because this shit is so dense. But then you go above like this realm is like God realm, and then blah blah blah. All these other. He said there's 12 different realms, and then the 13th realm is like the construction, like that covers this whole 12 realms. I guess you call it like a whole universe, right?
Right.
Like the whole construct, and then within the whole construct, there's 12 different realms, and we just happen to be in one. And this is just one construct.
Yeah.
He described many different constructs. Like, we're just one of it. And dude, I saw this shit in my mushroom trip. That's why it was so fucking trippy, dude. Like, I saw like a fucking library, a big ass fucking library. I don't even know what the hell you call that shit. Because I asked, like, when I was tripping out a mushroom, but I was like, show me what does the brain of a genius look like? I don't know if they showed me what a brain of a genius look like, right? But they showed me like columns of this big ass fucking library where it's like almost endless information. Like if you go left, right, you can get lost in this library for like, I don't know, 1,000 years, and you will never get bored.
Man, it's gonna have like an infinite amount of Waldo books.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Like, call it what you want. Like, people can call it like the Akashic Records. People can call it, what's that?
The Cosmic Library.
Yeah, a Cosmic Library. But stuff he was describing when he was having the out of body experience, like going out of the construct, he saw like beyond all this shit, dude. It was people like outside, normal looking people just like me and you with two arms, right, looking over a construct of a whole universe.
So that was like us.
They're all looking at us. Yeah, looking down at us, right? Like, imagine like the construct like outside, it's like the Xbox machine, right? And then each dimension is like you're putting in a game in the system, and then you run the game. But the construct is the Xbox.
Yes, then the games exist within the Xbox.
That's the engine that runs it.
Right.
And then that runs like this universe, like that we're in, and this is just one, and there's many. I don't even know how many, but he was saying there's so many because he saw them all like on a shelf. Like this God person or something, they have like these different constructs like on a shelf, and we're just like one on this one shelf. But there's a whole bunch on the shelf, and it's crazy because he described like, because there's people, because he has like this program, right, where he teaches people how to go out, like to go outside their body, and to go above like the construct, right, so they can see like everything like from above. And then there's this lady that described, this African lady, she did the whole program, and then she was able to jump out of her body and describe what she saw out of the construct, right? And she was looking like in this pot of water, right? She was looking like in the water, like in a well, right? She looked in the well, and then she saw like the whole earth. She saw like everybody on the earth, like everything, like almost like you're in God mode. Like you can see everything from the top view. And she was like, holy shit, like I can see like the whole earth, like just from looking through this like a well, like a water well. But she was in an out-of-body experience, like looking from, I guess, the top view, looking down on earth, right?
I'm on third person mode.
Yeah, dude. And what's crazy is if you look at, there's videos of people who record in the sky. They would zoom up close as they can to the stars, right? Any star, like they look up really close to it, right? Then you can see like the stars like waving, right? It almost looks like it's underwater. But the crazy thing is, right, when you look at it like closer, you can see a fucking hand moving across like the fucking star. I can send you a video, and I was like, holy shit. This is from like a telescope.
I feel why this sounds familiar. I don't know if I saw did I see like an eyeball before? I feel like I've seen something where it was like, I can't remember if it was exactly that one, but a video footage was like, are we like in a microscopic universe and then like, or something like in something like over us?
Dude, imagine if that was real. Like, what would our reality be like? Because, dude, I saw like the star like footage. right? It looks like wobbly and shit. But then I see like a hand going like this, like woo woo. Then it's almost like the same like what that girl was describing. She said she was looking down like in the water and shit, and then she was moving her hands over the water. But let's say like when she's moving her hand over the water, this is just like it's not stars, but it's like points like in the universe, like above. I don't know, like dude, it's so deep. I don't even know. I can't explain it. But let's say like hey, like we are capable of like going up there, looking at us from like the God point of view.
It could be, man. That was like that shit reminds me of like Ant-Man. How they have like a micro universe. Was like, okay, we have our universe, but on a microscopic level, there also exists other multiverses and other like planets or other like universes and stuff. But it's just like a microscopic version of it. So it's like, at least if I remember how it is in Iron Man, but in Ant-Man comic books too, is that even our world exists on a macro universe. So it's like even like small. So if Ant-Man gets big enough, he can enter a whole nother reality where Earth is now, or what, the whole damn universe, including our Earth, is like this. And now he's like, okay, now I'm in another universe. And he can keep like jump, kind of like jumping realities, but by just getting bigger to where it's like, oh, I got all these universes and I'm here standing with like these all white beings. Like there's no face or nothing, no body. There's like no physical body features. It's like a plain flat colored like silhouette, all white person. Like just what are these beings that have been watching over everything?
Yeah.
Some trippy.
I think they know something about that, dude. Like the smaller you go, like the more it's like we don't really understand what's happening. Like, it could be like a whole universe, like, you know, beneath our feet. Like a whole living, thriving universe that we don't even know.
At all, man.
That's just happening under our feet right now. And
what if you pass on, right? After you pass on in this world, you go into the next. You're like at the next stage. Like you're actually bigger than what the universe was that you just came from. Like you just keep, now I'm bigger. But you're not going to realize you're bigger. You're just like, I'm existing in this new reality, but you was just in the previously like little.
Yeah, this whole shit is weird, dude. Like, if you actually, like, sit down and think about it, like, think about, like, our lives right now. I don't even know if dogs think about this shit, but if you actually sit down and think about it, like, what is the purpose of all this? And how did we come this far? Like, it wasn't, like, a mistake. This shit,
I always thought it was either, like...
It's definitely not a mistake, especially with all our technology now. We had a lot of help, dude.
Earth sits in a perfect Goldilocks zone. It ain't too close or too far from the sun. It's like, oh, this is like perfect spot for life to thrive. Anything further, like Earth would be frozen. I think it's like Earth was like 5 miles too close. It'd be too hot. So it's like, how we hit this perfect spot to thrive and exist? But I've always had this thing too. Is like, man, what if we are the first ever? Like that could be a crazy thing. Like, what if we are the first signs of life in the whole damn universe? Which that to me is that's kind of horrifying. But
that is scary as fuck, dude. Like
just
imagine if we are the only one that advanced this far, right?
Like we're the first ones to ever
shit, do it, dude. Because there's nobody that's gonna have our back. Like as far as like some galactic shit where we need help,
man.
Where's our fucking galactic brothers at? Because, like, holy shit, like, imagine we are the only one that advanced this far.
So
That's
far,
probably
in
the most scariest shit ever, dude.
That which means we have to lay the groundwork going forward to. Damn.
Right, and the new generation is not doing well.
Right, do you really want to be one that's going to set this up, or do you want to be one that kind of like comes into the world and is already established? Like, cool,
shit, we can die right now. Find out.
I watched. I'm good. I just got married. I'm cool. It's cool right now.
Yeah. Enjoy it, man.
Ride this out a little bit.
Because I mean, why are we out here? You know, the main thing that Darius, where he struck me in the head, like with about like the whole purpose of us living here, It's like our purpose here is to experience the unexperienced. Meaning you have to experience like something your soul hasn't experienced yet. On a grander scale, like for everybody, is something you haven't experienced. And then he's saying like we're at like almost, I think we're at the end point right now where every soul on this planet has experienced something, the most dramatic, the most not dramatic, but we all as a soul experience something like the most dramatic, the most fucked up shit and the most non fucked up shit. Like every soul has experienced everything already. Like we're coming towards the end now, to where we have all the data that we need. Like let's say there's somebody collecting data on how these souls are living their life. Like, hey, who's not has somebody experienced getting shot in the asshole? Okay, let's put that down in the books. Did somebody experience a genocide? Put that in the books. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just trying to say, like every soul here is supposed to experience something that's not been experienced by a soul. But I think we're coming to the point where every soul has experienced all this dramatic shit all into one. And I think we're good on data. Like a lot of people has experienced a lot of crazy shit. If you can, I wouldn't say go on a dark web or nothing, but there's a lot of dark shit that already happened where souls experience shit that's beyond belief, like beyond like something anybody can imagine. And I think we're at that stage right now where we're at like the cap where, all right, all these souls experience everything like it's green. Everybody did fucking experience all this crazy shit. Now it's going to run the cycle. I don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to recycle? I don't know.
Now for phase 2.
Yeah. I'm scared for phase 2. Because, let me take a leak. But when we come back, let's talk about that 3-eye, the 3-eye atlas. You know about that?
No, I do not.
What? It's like that meteorite or a spaceship that's coming towards us, like right now. Like, it could hit us like tomorrow.
Oh, that one. I think
it's not going to hit us, but it's supposed to be like an alien spaceship. All right, so this next story is about a ghost out in Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand. So there's this guy. He's a soldier out in Thailand, right? This is like maybe like back in the 1980s. His name is Mark, right? He went to the war and he left his pregnant wife behind, right? And then after he fought the war or whatever, he came back. He saw his wife. His wife was like lovey-dovey and everything. But then like the villagers were started to tell him like who are you talking to? Like, like your wife has been dead ever since you gave birth to your baby. He was like, what? Like, so who the fuck has I been talking to like this whole time? He wasn't talking to nobody.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
He was talking to like a dead lady the whole time because like he started like getting like suspicious of his wife, right? Because his wife, she would do weird shit. What he was describing, his wife's arm would stretch out like really long, right? Like, hey, I'm grabbing this baby bottle like from across the room, and he was like, what the fuck? I was like, why are your arms so fucking long? Like, how can you do that? And then the villagers eventually they say like, hey, your wife died after she gave birth to your child while you were at war. Like your wife been dead the whole time. And he was like, that's fucking crazy. And so like, his mind fucking blew up. And he was like, oh shit, fuck, I can't accept this. He left, dude. He even left his child and shit.
He's like, whose cheeks I was clapping last week? What was that?
Yeah, like who the fuck is he? He's hugging on a ghost.
She know I don't like my eggs over easy. Why I knew something wasn't right.
But he didn't feel lonely that whole time. So like would you rather have like a ghost girlfriend or no girlfriend?
ghost girlfriend would be kind of cool, I guess. I mean, you'd be like, I mean,
I'll
you
take
probably
it.
can't go far. You probably can't go far from the house because they probably get pulled back to it because they tether to the house. So
Right.
maybe it
You
might
know
be that.
she's not gonna be at the club because
Yeah, no clubs.
damn.
So you now, if you want to be a dirtbag, you go out there and still do your thing, and then come back home and then be with your ghost. She can't follow you out in the
But she
streets.
know exactly what you're doing.
Oh, she could smell it. It's like I can smell the sin on you.
It's
I'm
like
a
I
ghost.
smell skanks
All over you.
all over you. Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, dude. And then like ever since like he left that place, like the whole village, like they made it into like a shrine where, like people,
Yeah.
they wanna get like blessings from this place, like getting married and shit.
Oh wow.
I don't I don't know, man. I
I
don't
want a
fuck
ghost
with spirits
girlfriend.
like that.
No, not at all, man. I
No.
learned that from the first episode of Supernatural, where they have like, and every culture has like that ghost woman that's attractive that's about to jump off a bridge, and come to find out this ghost woman actually like drowned her two kids or something like that. But it seems like there's like a
Right.
type of there's a ghost like that in every society. But in a TV show Supernatural, they showed like this really hot chick who was like the ghost female, and only dudes was pulling over and picking her ass up, and they was getting killed left and right. And it's like, man, they too hot. If they a ghost, they too hot. Be worried, fellas.
Damn, man, the makeup too good.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would assume all ghosts of if they're not horribly destroyed, in death. I feel like most ghosts will have some type of visible sign that they died.
Yeah, if
Like a
you see
missing eye
like
or
something
something.
on their neck, like some
Yes.
red markings, or like on their wrist, if there's like red markings on their wrist, and if they're like
Blood's
kind of
coming out.
pale, right, but it's not their
Something.
makeup, and then their makeup is dripping a little bit, you
Something.
might wanna, make sure you're not messing with somebody that's already dead. Cause,
Hey, but
dude,
having a ghost spouse though would be good home security though. Somebody break in, oh, it's over. They're
damn,
gonna protect. You are protected.
a ghost spouse, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing tied
some
down in like the real world, but you're like tied down in the spiritual realm.
yeah,
That means you can't
you have a
fuck around, right?
you have a piece of the other side.
Literally, you cannot fuck around because they will know. And then when they find out, like, fuck, they're gonna blow your shit up.
Cups and plates flying around.
To not just that, they'll fuck your life up financially and shit.
The
Blank
real hurt.
checks. Oh, what the hell is going on? The
Yeah,
bank is
we had
like,
an issue.
what is all this? What are you, a drug dealer? No, I don't know nothing about this.
We gotta lock your bank account.
Damn, that's wild.
That's worse, man. Just kill me, ghost.
But
Just
yeah,
take me
like
out.
that, you do. That's like the ghost in Thailand. Like the dude, he just found out, like his wife, like he came back from war. His wife was been dead the whole time, and now they got like a shrine for like his wife, and for everybody that come to like that location, they can get blessings.
Damn. And so when he just left him and his baby, just the man just was never seen again.
Yeah, he was gone. The dude
I'm gonna
bounced.
start a new, I'm gonna start a new family with a
Yep.
human, a human woman.
Yo, dude, that's like the fucking, that's the whole, that's Asia, dude. That's the lifestyle. Maybe that's a lifestyle. Like, I don't know. I don't live out there.
That's how they get down with
But they
ghosts.
seem pretty lenient and stuff like this. Like, oh, you cheated on me. Oh, quickly get married. I don't, I don't know,
Hey,
man. The
love is
country's different.
blind.
What else we got?
Let's see. Oh, I got another story. So we're gonna talk about school, more specifically college.
Yay.
We're gonna talk about the haunting room of
Yay, that.
420.
Yep.
Yep. So this takes place in Ohio University in Athens, Ohio. And man, I'm not surprised, man. I've watched a couple stuff over the years about specific things in Athens and Ohio. Man, got a lot of supernatural stuff popping off over there, man. They got a bunch of old insane asylums. They got like 5 like historic cemeteries, which I didn't know they had that many. But they said they have 5 historic cemeteries that form their perfect pentagram on a map.
What?
Which is true. If you look at from the sky level of Athens, Ohio, and you look how the cemeteries are formed, they are formed in the signature of a pentagram. I did hear that before, but I didn't think about like 5 massive cemeteries. I don't know what I was thinking, but I did hear something about it being a giant pentagram in the sky. And they have a long, long history of spiritualist activity that went on. And this specific situation right here happened at Wilson Hall, which is the college. Actually, Wilson Hall is the town. So the background of the actual school itself, the school of Wilson Hall was built in the 1960s. Wilson Hall was just another dormitory until students began whispering about strange activity centered around the 4th floor, room 428. And so over the years, the room was assigned, sealed, and reopened and sealed again, each time followed by news stories of violent energy. So the origin of the story is going to go all the way back to like the 1970s, where this actually look like this. This is never actually the story on why that room is haunted. Maybe just a couple of stories here and there, but one of the biggest stories of one of the urban legends about that room is of like the occult student theory. And it says like a student in the 1970s reportedly became obsessed with communicating with the dead. She studied astral projection, drew pentagrams on her walls, and attempted seances in her dorm room.
What?
According to campus lore, she either took her own life or was found dead under mysterious circumstances, possibly during one of her rituals. So that's one of the theories they got right there. And another theory of why that room was haunted was that the energy conduit theory. So the energy conduit theory is basically like people actually believe that room 428 sits directly on a line of spiritual energy, and that spiritual energy is connecting to the Athens lunatic asylum known as the Ridge. There's an asylum out there called the Ridge. So the asylum itself to the town's cemetery network, like a spiritual fault line that channels unrest. So it's saying like, hey, this school, this room sits specifically in the path of the Ridges Insane Asylum as far as like a spiritual line, and as well as one of the town cemeteries. And because it's in that spiritual line, that's where supposedly it's like a spot where, like a little sweet spot where, supernatural entities exist. Is that specific spot in that specific room and nowhere else but that room. So, but it says either way, after her death, though, weird phenomenons began to explode about that room. And so throughout history, they had like documented like the activities like any other incident, right? And it says students and maintenance workers both have reports of like objects moving on their own. So like books were flying off shelves, desk drawers opening and slamming. And they've been hearing like knocks and voices through the walls, even though nobody was in the room. They had like mirrors cracking from the inside. So not like objects were thrown, hitting the glass. Mirrors cracking from within would happen.
Whoa.
Which, like mirrors are like linked to that spiritual world. It's something, in a lot of lore, mirrors have a huge role in spiritual worlds.
Dude,
and it says
mirror. Yeah, go ahead.
Mirrors are massive, man. Massive tools in the spirit world. And it says, most famously, though, a ghostly human face that would form in the wooden grain of the door or window glass, sometimes clear as day, sometimes only visible in photographies. Campus officials painted over and replaced the door several times, and the face kept reappearing on the door.
Damn.
So university, they weren't responding after like multiple students made requests to transfer permanently off the site. So like students were like requesting you to get me off the dorms, let me just leave me alone. And so Ohio University, in order to deal with this problem from scaring students, permanently sealed room 428. Today, it's said that the door is bolted shut and plastered over from the inside. And the House of Records, if you look through their files, actually show that the room is unavailable. So no one has lived in there for a long time.
Damn.
But students on the 4th floor still report sounds coming from behind the wall. footsteps, furniture's dragging, and a woman's faint humming at night. And it says security guards claim motion sensors inside the sealed room sometimes trigger alarms, even though there's no way in that room or no way out. So there is something moving in that room, and it's not human. Or I don't even know if even a damn rat would be in that room. If it's sealed like that, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there might be some rats running around in there, but rat ain't moving on damn furniture. So within the campus folklore, room 428 has become a rite of passage for freshmen because kids like to get in trouble and shit. Some dare each other to knock 3 times on a sealed door at midnight. Others leave offerings like candles, notes, and candy, hoping to appease the spirits. And paranormal groups occasionally sneak in through maintenance shafts to film. And a lot of times their equipment often dies in mid-recording due to the supernatural energy bouncing around in there. And it says every Halloween, Wilson Hall is unofficially considered the most haunted building on any American college campus.
Wow.
So this place is popping. So with the theories about what's going on there, last theories that they have is like residual haunting. So like the energy of the student's death became imprinted itself on the space like a recording. There's also theories of like intelligent spirits. Now, intelligent spirits are like something that responds, knocks backs, or mimics voices. Basically, like a spirit that has like self-awareness. Like they know they're dead and they're starting to react with the world around them. And they kind of may be just trapped or frustrated or scared. So that's that's one of the theories of intelligent spirit. And the other one is mass suggestion. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Mass suggestion is one of them theories that I've been kind of like, could this be real? Like, if you get enough people to believe in shit, could it actually kind of come to life as something tangible, real in our world, right? And because I'm reading this one comic book series right now about conspiracies. And this is like this conspiracy group that are tasked with actually controlling people's thoughts and beliefs, because if you get enough people to believe in something, theories and a lot of the most crazy shit that go bump in the night, if a lot of people believe it, start to come true. So this agency is basically kind of like trying to save itself from people's imagination. Like that's what the agency does. Pretty trippy, man. But anyways, not to go too off topic about it, they're saying with one of these theories right here is mass suggestion. So they're saying skeptics say it's urban legend amplified by decades of retelling, but that doesn't explain the locker room noises. But saying like, hey, this is being brought to life by just almost like a mass belief in the urban legend that is kind of giving its own, like the human belief that this shit is real is making it real, if that makes sense.
It's like Slender Man.
Like on some level like that, yeah, like the belief of it gives it strength. So it might be one of them things where it's like, hey, like humans, you're inadvertently making this supernatural situation a situation because the belief of it's so strong.
Like this whole Slender Man situation, like the team, they believe that shit so much, like they end up killing each other over that shit.
Yeah, man. So it's like, damn, sometimes we can create our own, which says a lot about the human consciousness, if this is true.
But
like,
I have a true story about this. Can I tell real quick?
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, go on.
So I got a friend, right, I used to work with a long time ago. He used to go to casinos all the time up in North Carolina. So every time, like after like a shift, right, he would drive up to North Carolina the whole trip up there, going up the mountain and stuff. It's like a whole, like a normal shit, right? But on this one particular trip where he drove up to North Carolina to go gambling, he saw like a face on the side of the mountain that he was describing like Slenderman. He has no idea who Slenderman is. He told me like he saw this guy like in the suit, but when he came across him, when he saw his face, it was no face.
Just pale, like just flat.
It was nothing. It's like he had like a whole something over his face. And this is in the mountain.
Yeah, right. Who's gonna just be chilling out there? You ain't driving to no city.
It ain't nobody, no reason for anybody to be doing nothing like that. And then he saw like this guy drove up to the mountain. He saw this face and it's like, what the fuck was that all about? And then he ignored it. He's like, whatever. He went to gamble or whatever. Came back down and he saw like the same shit again. Dude, no face, right? On the side of the mountain. He was like, what the fuck is this? Like, okay, it's like Halloween shit. So it's like, what? It's like, whatever. You know, he just came back down or whatever. So like nothing ever happened. Like after all this shit, he just told me the story. Like, oh yeah, I saw some faceless guy on the mountain. And then my first thought was like, oh shit, you saw the fucking Slender Man, because he's like way older than me, so he don't know about all this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all this young people shit.
They
Even
know
though
about
like we're not
Jason.
young, but we know about Slender Man.
Yeah.
I was like,
We're young
oh
enough to know.
shit! I was like, you probably fucking saw Slender Man like out there, like in the wild. I was like, he was like, what the? Because he's like Vietnamese. He had this accent. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I don't know. I was like,
the hell's a
I was
Slender?
like, it's okay. I'll remember the story.
Man.
But long story
Jeez,
short, like he ended up passing away.
Ooh.
And I was like, holy shit. Like, out of all the people, it was like, this dude passed away. And I remember all his stories. I was like, damn, this is crazy. But I don't think it has nothing to do with like what he saw in the mountains.
He just passed away.
Yeah, like too soon.
Yeah.
Way too soon.
It'd be sad. It'd be crazy if it was like he passed away and he found out it was like a Slender Man. Then I'd be like, oh God, that is horrifying.
Yeah, that'll be kind of, yeah.
Traumatizing.
That'll be in the back of my head. Like, what the fuck?
Forever. Man.
Yeah. But damn, dude.
Motherfucker Slim. Yeah. If he was older, he probably saw it and was like, oh, is that Michael Myers? That's the only thing I could think of was like a white face that they would like, if you didn't know and you had to describe it was like Michael Myers, but tall.
Right.
Ooh, a nice suit.
Yeah.
Had no hairs. It's a smooth face.
A smooth face, yeah. Yeah, but if you have no idea like what's going on, then you see somebody with no face on a mountain,
How can you describe it?
it'd be like, what the fuck? Like, what?
And they have no idea who Slender Man is.
Like, they're just
None.
trying to make a joke, but okay. Why are you up in this mountain this far away from society?
And this random person that's just out there.
Yeah.
Like when you go to the mountains, man, ain't nobody out there. It is like a whole. It ain't like city life where there's a person every 5 feet. Mountains are like that population gets sparse, man. Anybody's out there, they either hunting or camping or
Yeah, there's
burying
no
a
reason
body.
to joke
Oh.
around because, like, what are the odds of like the people coming up that same mountain path?
yeah, right. That might see you.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was weird.
And then so,
We got another story.
all right, so. Yeah, this is the last bit of my story right here, and I'm done. So it says right now, today, currently in the year of 2025, university officials still downplay it, but Wilson Hall still attracts ghost hunters every damn year because people just don't care. They want that thrill, that ghost thrill. And so some visitors swear that they've seen the face in the window, flashes in reflection from across the quad. And even though the window's long been boarded up forever, man, like you outside and you look at this room, they say you can still see the face of this girl either pressing up against the window or looking out the window. So,
Damn.
yeah, man. So, yeah, room 428. That's one spot I would avoid at all costs. I would avoid that more than, honestly, I feel like I would avoid that more than the actual Sally house, in my opinion. For me, if I did like, because out of these two stories I came across, I was like, I don't know, the campus one seems more horrifying to me because it's sealed and you're still hearing noise. Like this ain't even a tourist attraction. That's how
Right.
bad it got. So I'm good. Yeah. That's it for that.
Oh,
Room 428.
shit.
The end.
Okay, so before we close out on this episode, I meant to show like this earlier, but you know, I always share like our ghost photo for the year, which is like a real photo of like a paranormal activity that's happening with
Yeah.
my niece Ruby. And I got this picture for you guys.
Legendary. The
Yeah,
legend
this is
itself.
like the legendary picture. I share this shit like for the last 5 years, and then we're just gonna keep we're gonna keep running with it because this is a real picture. This is before AI.
This is legit, man.
This is before AI, before all that shit. And then you can actually get this photo and tell AI, like, if this is real, they will tell you this shit is legit. Let's go.
Let's go, man.
Look at this. This is a real photo of my niece taking a selfie in the kitchen in the house that I used to live in. And look at what's behind her. Like, come on.
Right over the shoulder.
Like, come on. The eyebrows, right? The eyeballs, the nose,
Dark
the mouth,
eyes.
the hair.
Looks like a strand of hair coming down. Like, this all.
Yes, this is crazy, dude. And this is way before AI.
Way before, man. Like, if we could put like a timestamp on it. What year was this? I can't even remember. Was it like 2017?
Dude, this is like probably 10 years ago.
This was even on this podcast show. That's how far back.
This was like 10 years ago.
Yes. Damn, time flies, dude. Jeez.
Yeah. It was this crazy. And then I remember, like, me and Chris, we didn't want to believe this shit, right? So we actually did the reenactment in the whole kitchen.
And
where it happened with the whole picture, like, we're like, okay, could this be could it be a reflection? Could it be blah blah blah? Like, we did the whole shit, like, in the kitchen. I remember this shit. I was like,
yeah, man. We was looking at the oven glass, like, man, like, cause she is sitting for the oven, and then it's something.
Yeah,
and I think that somehow we saw from an angle from like the table she was at, and in relation to the window, we was like, oh, this is where she was sitting at, and I was like,
right. And then we knew, like, she was sitting, like, right in front of the table, right behind, like, the whole living room.
Fucking amateur ghost hunters over here.
I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is like my first legit paranormal, like, footage or picture ever, like, with the ghosts. Or I can't explain, but it's coming, like, directly from us. Like, it wasn't from the internet.
Yeah, this is straight up.
Yeah, it's straight up. That's why I was like, okay, this is like a picture that I would always have on my phone. Even though, it is scary, but shit,
it's proof.
It's real. Yeah, because my brother, like, my brother to be faking that shit for his own daughter, like, what do you get out of that? He didn't post that on social media. She sent that shit to the family, and I was like, holy shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this?
He didn't show nobody else but the family.
Yeah, he only showed the whole family. Like, that's it. I was the one that tried to take this shit to the next level. I was like, I was dissecting the whole shit. I was like, this is fake. I'm going to dissect it. I got nothing out of it. And then on top of that, if you take the image and then you take it to, like, ChatGPT or whatever, try to analyze, like, the photo, that shit is legit, dude.
I'll let you know what time it is.
Chat was like, dude, this shit's, like, real. Quit playing twin, you know?
Quit playing cousin.
Yeah, that shit's real.
Man. Classic photo, man. But before all this AI shit, this was the
way before AI shit.
Not Photoshop, man. Because even in Photoshop, but even like, I ain't even no damn computer expert, but you see Photoshop, your eyes can kind of catch it, man. You kind of see where it
catch it. Yeah,
it bends and shit, and light or whatever. It bends the.
Right. Here's another crazy thing, like, about that photo. Like, this was at a time where the iPhones, they can take shutter pictures, right? Like, snap.
Oh, when you hold it down, like, yeah.
Right. This is the time where they had that feature.
That's right.
So, like, that photo, like, it was like a snap feature, right? So it went snap. Only one frame had that ghost picture.
And out of all of it.
How do you explain that? Like,
they just popped up for a second.
Right. I was like, how do you explain that snap feature? Because that shit hit one shot. And there's a fucking head back there.
And a blink. Not even a blink.
This was way before AI. Like, where they had that advantage.
Mm-hmm. Way before.
Yeah.
AI was just kind of like
Even
AI
like,
was just kind
I
of like
remember I posted that shit on Facebook, and then Mike said that shit was Photoshop.
the most. But
I
if you
was
put it out
like,
today, they say
why? I was like, why did I even come on Facebook for this shit?
if you guess what, if you brought it out today, people said it was AI. So it's like you can't win with that, man.
Yeah,
That is
you definitely cannot win now.
10 years ago it was Photoshop. Now it's
Yeah,
AI.
like
It's like
way
damn.
back then, even like your own friends were like, "Oh, that's Photoshop." I was like, "Motherfucker!" Like this is like my own
You don't trust
my
me?
own photo, dude. Like, come on, man. It's not the internet. This is people you
It's
know.
me, baby.
Yeah, like it's me. Like, come on.
Come on, man. You think I would lie about this?
Yeah,
You
so
call
I
me a
was like,
liar?
shit. I was like, if your own friends are saying that shit, I was like, fuck, got no
Damn.
chance.
All right. The rest of the world really ain't gonna give you a chance.
Yeah, that's why I was like, fuck it. It doesn't even matter. But yeah, that's all I got
Shit.
for that.
Classic video. Love it.
I think
Always
we're good.
always a Hollywood
Yo,
classic.
flip it one time before we clock out.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Look at that shit. That's
I kind of want to do
crazy.
something this weekend, like hit up a bar like this or something.
Duh. I can still hear you, but it sounds like you're out of space.
Oh, that's dope. I was low key. I was gonna wear this the whole show, but it's too damn hot in this room. It is so hot in here.
Yeah, that's wild.
I kind of look like a astronaut slash like NASCAR driver, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
dude, that's just sick, man. Man, that's like every kid's dream.
Right? Oh,
Maybe like
man.
next year I can do a costume like that, man, just so I can live out the dream a little bit, you know?
Honestly, too, this helmet didn't even come with the outfit. The helmet, this outfit came with a NASA hat, and
So where'd
there
you get
happened
the
to be
helmet?
the astronaut helmet just happened to be beside it, so it was like something part of something else or just by itself. And I was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm not gonna wear no NASA hat with this
What?
awesome outfit." So I took the helmet and I took the NASA outfit because I got it at Spirit Halloween. And so I just happened to grab two different items, and I was like, "Yo, this helmet's going with this," and it worked out far better than just a
They
corny NASA helmet. Really,
they put that shit right at the right spot because it's like, shit,
perfect, man.
you got a whole fucking space outfit. You need a space helmet.
It was perfect beside it because this wasn't even a part of the set.
That shit
I was
worked
like, look
out,
at the
dude. Living
the
out that
universe.
dream.
Universe.
Living out that dream. Let's go, big dog.
Go, baby.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us for this 5th annual Halloween special. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace out. Adios.
Hey, guys.